Good afternoon. My name's Diane Alejandro. I'm the lead advocate for ACLU People Power Fairfax. Thank you for allowing us to testify today. We realize that the board faces a difficult task. You're facing a pandemic and your resources are limited. We agree with your major goals of funding of nonprofits, vaccination, and other safety net. We, of course, also applaud adoption of the trust policy. Fairfax leads the Commonwealth. As Chair McKay said, the trust policy is a commitment that the county will do everything we can to help people, help them get the services they need. If you integrate the trust policy fully into your safety net initiatives, your return on investment will grow exponentially. Immigrants, especially undocumented residents, are at high risk during the pandemic. About 4 in 5 work at essential jobs. Yet even non-citizens that have legal status are excluded from many safety net programs. Undocumented immigrants are excluded from almost all. This is demonstrated in the chart here. Unfortunately, because of the lack of safety net at the federal level, we look to the county for funding. You have stepped up, but we do think you can do more. In doing more, you need to address immigrants' fear that getting help from the government could lead to deportation. If you don't, many won't get the help. The trust policy was designed to address this concern, but it needs to be used. It only helps if people know about it. They don't yet. If the agencies explain how the information is protected, they haven't yet. Let me give you an example with vaccination efforts. Even though vaccines are available to all, regardless of immigration status, the fear of information sharing remains. You have a good response you can give. If someone is getting a vaccine, they will not be asked to provide citizenship information or social security number. They will have to give contact information. But CDC has made clear it will not share this data for immigration enforcement. The Biden administration has promised ICE will not conduct enforcement operations at or near vaccine clinics. The problem, no one is saying this. Knowing what residents want to know takes expertise. Finding the answer and explaining it to the public takes time and resources. You can do that, but it needs to be an intentional program in the budget. Use of American recovery funds for this purpose is plainly appropriate. We have 3 specific asks. 1 is implementation of the trust policy. 2 is to have an Office of Immigration Affairs so that you have someone with the expertise and someone who can devote their time and attention to the issue. 3rd, funding for Northern Virginia Community Foundation, which is designed to provide funding for undocumented immigrants in specific. Thank you for listening to this presentation. Last point here is if you have any doubts, please keep in mind about immigrants' contribution to the economy.